We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go! 26-yard line. Good. 180! Hey! Switch! Real.
Mayfield off the play fake. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that will pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting in that direction, you tend to go towards it. I think it's okay, though, they didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
Come on now, let's go!
7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
180! Check back.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Jim. Up.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there. take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, switch gears. Hey, alert!
They go play action. Mayfield. With a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Landry, the intended target. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Wilson, that's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll be corralled across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Get 380! I'll go special!
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Up to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the Browns' 41-yard line.
Fine, 90. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. 14, got it. 66.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, that one going to be complete to David Moore. They'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
25, check 25. Okay.
There's Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
0.
Now Wilson. He'll find Ballon out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script targeted. And he will score! Touchdown, Seattle! From 19 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. Now a dump off here complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Here we go.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. And partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Third and long for Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Well, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of first down right near the 24. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it will still lead to a fourth down. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Seahawk football, first and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
There's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
You know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Green 80. Mike, 58, right there. Nice, green up. Hey, easy. Touch.
They'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
All go special.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson has got the hook up to Moore. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Wilson going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Throwing is Wilson. He hits his running back, close eyes. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 38-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
Gun. Easy.
Wilson now off the bootleg. They're rolling out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Wilson now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. He's going to let this go for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point up and 3 by Myers. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there's optimism because they can play. The turnover, you just know the
punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better in the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. It's caught. Becker. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may throw it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window to fire a bullet in there for the completion. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Seahawks 45-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Jarvis Landry. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Check. Check out now. Hot. Hey, only 33.
Throwing. Mayfield into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was up. I'm trying to come up with something.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
Complete to C.J. Process. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
What we got?
Now it's Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2-by-2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack the seat. How they attack him here. Now this one is running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because they'll have a lot of time to find someone open downfield to only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of his first half of action. Wilson on target there to Moore. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Yes, Mike. You got to get the ball until you get the ball.
On 1st down, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check 43.
They'll toss it out to Carson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent pushing. He said those can be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
And they got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, here's Myers to put it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here. An inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all of these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Trying to get it to Landry there.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Wilson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Come on, switch it. King. I got it.
Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Tackle made by Rasheem Green.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Mayfield now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. He's coming, he's coming. Tempo,
Wilson, after the play fake to Carson, steps away. It's caught, Rocket. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again, he picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Back-to-back good plays, have him on the move on first down. There's Wilson to the right side, and he's got more complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the Browns' 38-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
To throw is Wilson. It's complete to Rocket. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
You have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Check, 190. Check, 53's Mike. Cut.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. This hit into the hands of Metcalf. Well, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And it was an impressive 31-yard gain. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Check 53. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now. Check 50. Let's go. Come on. Mike 53.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Bang out. Bam. Mike, I'm coming after you. Check, 53's Mike. Check, 53's Mike.
Back to throw. Carson rolling to his right. And he's got it. He's over for a Seahawks touchdown. Russell Wilson there to make the grab. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Go!
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at halftime.
They're trying to get things kick-started for them. And you know the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of this game?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Mayfield to throw it. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That one is caught by Hunt. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 41-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now it'll be 4th and short.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wilson has got the hook up to Moore. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Zebra. Guys, 4 down.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Alert. Run left. Come. Go, let's go.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. He may try to run for this. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want him to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Wilson turns and gets to close size. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Don't get nervous. Shift. Watch the shift. Hey, alert.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
Come on, let's go.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. But the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Begin. SOS.
They'll try and run down here with Grosshays. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I, we think about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. With a sack, it's Ziggy onside.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Mayfield. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
You go tight. You got tight. Any weapon.
To throw, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, and he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Wilson. They'll find Balloon out of the backfield. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. The shotgun handoff to Procise. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there and tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the game there.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right there. You don't know no better. Go. Check 99.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 27, the 40, 30, 10. And he'll score. Touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just hit their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Extra point by Cyber, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says? Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. And a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Being chased out left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it.
Bring it. Bring it. Good job right there. Good job right there.
Wilson going to hand it to Procise. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
When you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is both sides.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number
Just
53.
2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here we go.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. He's got his target. That's Miller. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll hand it off to Gonzalez. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Again, they run. Again, it's Gonzalez. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Rolling to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the 12. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Check 53. Record.
Wilson wants to throw it. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline. And I think this one might just be over.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The Browns drive about to get started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams need to do that, and coaches have to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. And the Browns first down.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and The defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.